Motorhead Garage's coverage of the 2023 PRI show is presented by DragonfireTools.com, industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage, and brought to you by PaintedAutoBodyParts.com, the leading U.S. auto body parts online store. Amsoil, the first in synthetics, and by Rod End Supply. We don't just sell them, we race them.
Let's play in the mud. Mud is in my blood. Sunny with a chance of mud. Welcome to this Amsoil Tech Tip. If you haven't figured it out now, it's all about the mud. And when it comes to ATVs, well, ATV and mud goes together just like ATVs and service goes together. So let's take a look at what you need to do to some of these ATVs. Well, obviously the safety checklist there. Check all your fluids, your nuts and bolts, your air pressure, everything. But then there's the actual maintenance lubrication chart here. You can see it starts at the top with the valves and works all the way down to the front brakes. There's a lot you have to do, but what people don't think about, Len, is mud and ATVs, man. You're living proof that we got a product that works, man. Explain this to me, buddy.
Well, we had a product called Mudslinger, and this was a test of that product. Unfortunately, they got me to stand there and get hosed down. Now, the way the product works is you can apply it to the dirt bike or the ATV before you ride, and what it's supposed to do is it helps you get the mud off.
Well, I don't think it's supposed to do. It works. I mean, you were covered. You were doing some off-roading there, and it worked well. You know what? Why don't you demonstrate how good it really works for us?
Sure. And what we can do here is talk about the fact that this also makes a very good cleaner and polish, and it'll bring the plastics back to life, as well as apply a nice layer of UV coating to it. So all you need to do, even if the surface has got a little spotting on it, it's not a problem. Go ahead and spray it down. Don't be shy with this one. You really cannot use too much. You can go ahead and spray it real nicely. Then what you want to do, just give it a wipe. And you'll see that plastic start to come back to life, because these things are known to get scratched and get dirty and get faded because, you know, they're in the mud.
Now, it looks really good, but an important part you told me about earlier is I could do some prevention, pre-prevention, before I go in the mud.
That's true, you can. Once the machine is clean, before you get it all dirty, you would apply this under the fenders, to the tops of the fenders, let it dry for about 15 minutes, and it'll provide a layer that when you come back, when it's all dirty, it'll allow you, as you saw in my video, to just get rinsed clean.
Well, I'm all about that. Less working. Go to the website at amsoil.com, get you some Mudslinger, check out all the science behind all their products.
S&S Diesel has a prominent spot here at the PRI show because they are the first name in diesel performance. Just check out this 3,000 horsepower diesel-powered dragster. That's something you don't see very often. This thing is the world's quickest dragster. It is fast because of parts from S&S Diesel. It's also reliable. And now, the neat thing about this, Luke, it's being towed by a Ford with a 6.7 liter diesel engine. Fantastic truck, also very reliable, except for one Achilles heel. What is the problem on a truck like that? There's millions of them all over the place.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. And what we see is the main Achilles heel in those is the high pressure fuel pump, unfortunately, which is a critical component. It's kind of the lifeblood of the engine. But the CP4 pump that's used in that engine is just prone to failure, and when it does fail, it sends a lot of metal shrapnel through the rest of the system and contaminates the rest of everything. So you're replacing injectors and you're up in the tank and trying to clean it all out. But here recently now we've developed a pump conversion to get rid of the problem child altogether. So that's the ultimate solution. And then we've developed this DCR high pressure pump conversion, which is a co-developed project with us and Stanadyne to put a much more robust, reliable solution into place. Just superior materials, and the base bottom end design just is hardly any metal to metal contact, and it's proven to be very, very stout.
They say time is money, and you can save both when you get this part from S&S Diesel. You can find this and all kinds of diesel performance products at ssdiesel.com. If you've seen Motorhead Garage before, you've probably seen the Clamptite tool, and it's got a million different applications. Kevin, you're here at PRI for a reason, though, because there are tons of different racing applications. What can racers and folks in the performance industry do with the Clamptite tool?
So one of the things we're running into a lot is the silicone. A lot of things are moving to silicone hoses. They haven't quite figured out those clamps yet, so Clamptite will actually seal that, a true 360 seal all the way around with no flat spots, so that's important. Air hoses in your shop or on your trailers. True 360 seal again, running your hand over top of that, no bleeding, so that's important. The key of it is you get a true 360 seal all the way around, whereas you're always getting the oval spots with this, you can see that that's a true 360 seal.
We know it can do a lot of things. How does the Clamptite tool work?
So when you make your clamp, you know what, Dave? We've been doing this for 10 years, okay? I know you sitting at home right now, you've seen this demo. You've seen us talk to you. You're like, I should buy the tool, but I haven't yet. I talked to you at the shows. You've seen it. You know how it works. Put the tool down. Put your tools that you're working with down. Pick up your phone, go to ClamptiteTools.com. You need this tool. If you're a racer and you don't have this tool, you need it. You're Frankensteining things up. You can plan for everything you want to in the racetrack. That thing you didn't think was going to happen, we know it's going to happen. This is your tool to fix it, to keep you on the track. ClamptiteTools.com.
You heard what the guy said. Wow, what a week, what a show. PRI never fails to impress. We've had a great time here, and we hope you loved it too. Join us next week. We'll be back home again at Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, with an all-new show you're going to love. We'll see you then.